Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uranium Cranium. I've decided to leave my house for a little bit and go and explore nature, really connect to it one-on-one. And I'm wanting to light a fire, but I don't know where to light one. Just light up my way so that I don't get lost and get killed by these stupid creepers. My bow is called junk because it's made out of bows I collected from skeletons, in case you're wondering. Let's see. Yeah, I have some sticks. I could make a fire with sticks. This looks like a good location. Throw some down. Some more, you say. Sometimes the fire takes more than one stick. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I threw too many sticks. A good fire. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, well, I wanted to have a nice intro in the forest, but I think I've actually broken everything. I'm gonna go down, but I think it's... Oh, no. Well, this was a terrible intro, wasn't it? Let's put some stone bricks around this lava and see how much damage it did. It probably removed all my redstone. And one of my comparators, well, that sucks. This is the redstone for it. It's just got a item checker. It's like, is it a stick? And if it's like yes, then it's like, well, let it through. And then it's got a random chance here. It's a 1 in 3 chance because it shoots up one of these, and if it shoots up the shovel, then it sends redstone up and triggers the lava dispenser, which I didn't put walls on, and it flowed out. So now all I have to do is just remake a comparator. But hey, I'm going to show you how to build a comparator now, so at least there's that. Yeah, you burn away there. If you want to know how to make the fireplace, because, there aren't actually fireplaces in Minecraft, I'm not going to go into explaining how to make it, because it's kind of a long process involving a bed and some water streams and not half steps. Cobblestone fences. It's a complicated manner. I'm going to leave a link to the design I got in the description. I found on Imager actually. Also, these cows are lagging my game. I just have too many of them. But yes, how you make a comparator? You need 1 of this nether quartz. You need 2 redstone. Actually, you need 3 redstone torches. You need... Do I have any in here? No. You need some smooth stone. That's another thing you need. You need 3 smooth stone. And armor stands. While we're waiting for that to smelt, I'll show you how to make an armor stand. You get a bunch of sticks. Let's get a ton of sticks. Just all the sticks in the world. Because you can never have too many sticks. Okay. Then you put down a half slab. Like so. There you go, stick, armor stand. These things hold armor, in case you are unaware. And the name did not give it away for you, which is strange. Make some general connections. And there we go, there's a redstone comparator. If you're new to redstone or don't play Minecraft, a comparator checks like how many items there are in a container. So like it kind of does a percentage thing. Things that don't stack count as a full stack. And then if things do stack, then it's like how much of that stack, and then it does of how much room is in the container, and it just works out a redstone output. So pretty much, if this shoots up, the string shoots up, it's like, there's 1 string that can stack into 64, so we give 1 redstone. And then same with the spider, I both stack at 64, but then a shovel. No. You can only have 1 shovel in a stack, so it's like, put out a signal of 3, which is what it does. But the reason I have 3 items, it means every time this gets triggered, there's a 1 in 3 chance the shovel gets put up. Then when you throw it down, this hopper minecart picks it through the ground, sends it into this. And then this will suck it down if it's a stick, but if it's not a stick, there's no room for it, so then it just goes into this chest. once it's in here, it can't flow down because this is pushing off to the side, so it's not automatically going down. It needs this one to suck it down, but it's being powered, which stops hoppers from taking items. And if when a stick goes in, it puts 19 here, and that total number of sticks, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 18, which is 23. Once it's 23, it's enough for the redstone signal to come down to this block, which then powers this comparator, turning off the torch, allowing the stick to filter through, turning it all back off, keeping these sticks here, and puts the sticks in here. While doing this, then it... Oops, what's happened to my keys? And then it sends some power here, which then triggers this. And then it's got a dispenser with a bucket in it, or with a lava bucket, and it dispenses the lava or picks up the lava. So you throw 60 to turn it on, and throw 60 to turn it off. Then these are pistons, so that the lava lets light through, so it actually lights up. I designed some of this myself, so the design that I'm going to send a link to doesn't actually have light coming out of it. It doesn't have that. But I thought I'd have light so that it actually has a use, you know. I mean, it's not much of a use, but still use. And I was wanting to make one of these a furnace, so you could right click it and put food in it, and then like use it to cook food, which I thought would have been fantastic. But as it turns out, that you need to push these blocks down because the armor stands block off these blocks, so you can't place blocks here. You have to push them down with pistons, and you can't push furnaces, so I couldn't actually do that. But what I'm thinking is the junk chest, which is, if it's not a stick, I'm going to like take it over here via water stream and then put it through a filtering system, and if it's uncooked meat, it will put it into furnaces, assuming that the fire is on. Let's go and check to make sure the fire is on, and if the fire is on, then yeah, and then it'll cook the food, and then maybe just shoot it out of the ground or something. But yeah, use those sticks here, just on this block, which has the hopper minecart underneath it, and turns it off. Or turns it back on. Like that. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, like that. And you don't have to worry about knocking these because you hitting them doesn't move them, but they are entities, so they do get pushed around by water, which is why making the campfire is so complicated. And I'm not going to try explaining it, so you know, if you want to know how to do it, just look at the description, there should be a link there. But now we're going to go to... Actually, we're not going to go anywhere. We're just going to make a rabbit farm. I'm thinking about here-ish. I know I'm going to put rabbits on the back of the hippo, but I don't really want to do any more hippo because I hate the hippo right now. It's just, ugh, so much stained clay. So we're going to do a rabbit farm here. It's just going to be a basic thing, just an open field or something. But one day I'm going to make, like I said, a rabbit stew like factory. So I need the rabbits, the potatoes, the carrots, the mushrooms. Is there anything else in that, Horsey? There's probably something else that I'm forgetting. But yeah, so I'm going to come back to you with some carrots and maybe some rabbits. And maybe some toast. I do like toast, so I'll see you there. Okay guys, well I got some bunny rabbits and some pigs followed along because they love carrots too, don't you guys? Well, I'm sorry to say this, pigs, but you can't. They're the bunnies. I'll start a pig farm one day, but today's not today. This was the most trouble I've ever had with anything in my life, ever. I got one bunny here, and then he just wasn't here, and I was like, what? So then I had to go on an adventure to find this guy and breed up this guy. But I found some bunnies there, took them around. But these guys, you know, cats in this game can't take full damage, and I think that's really great. These guys should really not either, because like they can't go anywhere without taking full damage. Because like you'll just like they're too high block. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna walk off, and they're like, wee, splat, and they take like 5 out of 4. They pretty much just kill themselves, and yeah, so many bunnies died. Oh no, bunny hide. 4 rabbit hides make a leather, so that's kind of the reason. Part of the reason I want a rabbit farm. I just want to make my leather out of rabbit hide. They drop raw rabbit, which you can cook up, and have a rare drop of lucky feet. And they give you jump boost potions, so that they got some nice stuff going for them. Also, to breed them uses carrots, and I mean, nothing wrong with wheat, but carrots are just nicer. That's also the great thing about pigs, but cows drop leather, so that's why I always go for cows over pigs. But like I said, I wouldn't mind some toast in this situation, because one of the few things in life better than toast is power, but other than that, there's not much of anything. So, excuse this extremely laggy section of my world, but thanks to these millions and millions of cows, which I need to kill off at some point. So let's get some toast. So let's name this name tag toast, because as we know, there's not actual toast in Minecraft. So this name tag will have to do for now. But I don't want to have to carry around this name tag everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it to a rabbit, just like, hey, take this name tag. I think it sounds about fair. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it to this guy. Oh my goodness, he changed colors, yeah. Okay, so if you name a rabbit Toast, he looks like this. I don't know, that's pretty cool. He's one of the 2 special kinds of rabbit. There's nothing really special about Toast other than the fact that he's called Toast and he looks like that. No other rabbit can look like that. The other kind of rabbit can be bred naturally. No, you don't want any more. Can be bred naturally. It's just a very low chance. I was talking about earlier in this series, and it's the killer rabbit. And it looks kind of like this, but he's got evil eyes. And if you know Monty Python, you'll know where the killer rabbit comes from. But pretty much he does a ton of damage. He's not that hard to kill because he's a rabbit, but he does a lot of damage to you, and if you're not expecting it, he will kill you. But he can just be randomly bred, so if I keep breeding these guys up and breed them like rabbits, eventually, most likely, we will find the killer rabbit. And I believe he also has a name tag. I'm not sure. But, yeah. We got Toast now. I don't know. I like Toast. Actually, just for the sake of it, I think I'm going to name the child something as well, because, no, actually I'm going to name the white one. Name the original rabbits that I have so that they live forever and don't ever accidentally get slaughtered by me. So I'm going to name the mother, let's say the mother, or the father. Yeah, Toast is the mother, and we'll call the mother, no, the mother is Toast, but we'll call the father, let's go with something random. Let's try Grum. Yeah? That's a nice name. The anvil's nearly broken, which really sucks, because they kind of last for a random amount of time. There are 3 stages that are randomly chosen when they move on. So let's get the mother. Father, I mean. Grum. Oh my goodness, he's upside down. Yeah. So there's a few things you can do with name tags. There is Toast, and then there is Jeb with an underscore, which makes sheep rainbow coloured, and then there's Grum and Dinnerbone, which turns the rabbit upside down, or any mob that you give it to upside down. I don't know why I did it. Name tags are kind of hard to get, so I hope Toast and Grum appreciates it and make beautiful children. That's all I could ever ask. Let's see if changing Toast colour will change the baby colour. I don't know, because that was Grum's colour. But either way, there's a couple kids there. But yeah. I think next episode I'm going to, well, not next episode, but in between episodes I'm going to work on this fire here, and I'll make it so it sorts out food and cooks it. It'll be kind of expensive, iron wise and redstone wise, mainly iron. It's going to use a lot of iron, so we could do another caving episode. You know, so I get resources, and we, you know, could find a cave that goes down deep and have fun with a deep cave. You know, if that's something you'd be interested in. Of course, I pre-record these by a couple episodes, 1 or 2 episodes. I'm usually ahead. In this case, I am not. I'm uploading the episode before this, like, as I'm recording this, so it's kind of like I've got no buffer. I need to have this recorded. But next time I'm not actually going to know if you want me to see me go caving, but I'm going to do that next episode most likely. But then after that, I'm probably going to get back to the hippo, and we can work on the head and the back. I might, if I breed up bunnies, depending on how fast these guys breed, I might take some bunnies over and put them on the back of the hippo, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm definitely going to make the head of the hippo. And I'll either make his eyes shoot eggs, or maybe roast chicken. I'm going to have time for you to say, so let me know which one you'd rather. Would you rather him shoot eggs that will eventually become chickens, and so chickens will roam the world, or do you think I should just kill the chickens there and then, and roast them up and just shoot roast chicken out, and so I can walk by and collect roast chicken? Let me know. Or I might make a collection thing on the ground so that I don't miss out on my roast chicken. Either way, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. I hate these flowers. Bye bye.